down 2 points.
Fucking calm down, Greg. It's soccer. It's soccer.
Fuck you, man.
Hey, Greg, why don't you go piss your pants again?
That was like 8 years ago, asshole.
People don't forget.
Chris and Craig Show, episode 23. Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Chris and Craig Show, sponsored by Chris and Craig. On the other line, my sponsor, Chris Barlow. What's up?
Hey, what's cracking, Craig? Happy Michael Jordan episode.
Yeah, my age, Michael Jordan. This is our Jordan episode. It's going to be the best one yet.
Let's be honest, this is more Dion Waiters.
Is he number
He's
23?
feeling hot today. I think he is. Isn't he 23?
Yeah, he might be. Draymond Green is 23.
That's also true. Anthony Davis. There's a lot of 23s out there. Is there anyone in the NFL who's like a notable 23?
Nah, because it has to be a running back. It's not a big running back number, I feel like.
No. Or a corner, right?
Yeah.
We did our research for this episode.
And it should be common knowledge, I feel like, but we're just, whatever.
Yeah, it's too difficult. We'll move on.
So you know how you always start with a like a physical description of how you're doing? I have one.
Let's hear it.
So, I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know what it was. I was just like very energetic. I went to bed at like midnight, and it takes me normally like 20, 30 minutes to fall asleep anyway. I'm just one of those people. I didn't fall asleep for at least an hour. I'm going to say an hour and a half. And I was just like tossing and turning. And then you spend so much time in each position that it's uncomfortable. And I kind of just didn't know what to do. I like got up to pee, and it was just not going well. And then something woke me up again at like 4:30.
Ooh.
Don't know what it was. And then I couldn't go back to sleep because my neighbor, I think they dropped like a watch or a phone, and it was an alarm was going off, and it was 6 vibrations were going off. It'd be like bzz, 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 like 6 times, and then it would pause for like 5 seconds, and then it would do that again, and it was very subtle, and it was driving me fucking nuts. I was super tired. I even put headphones on, and I could still hear them. So then I laid there till like 5:30. So then I went out into the living room and tried to sleep on the couch, and like it was starting to get light out. And then I hear Jared wake up because he was opening that morning, and he got in the shower. So I was trying to lay on the couch and fall asleep to that. That didn't work. So I laid there till like 6. And then Jared finally leaves. I don't even know if he saw me on the couch. And then I go back to my room and lay down in bed, and the buzzing had finally stopped, and I slept till 11.
Damn.
Yeah, it was miserable.
So how many hours did you get then?
I don't know. I think I slept from like maybe like 1:30 to 4:30, which is like 3 hours, and then 6 to 11, which is like, so I guess 8, but they were like a very poor 8.
Yeah, not all 8 hours are created equal.
No, they're really not. So that's how I'm doing.
That's pretty rough. I don't even know. Is that a physical? I guess, yeah, that's shitty. That's just really shitty.
I was planning on like getting up and like at like 8 o'clock to work on this new thing. I'm trying to figure out, like I'm trying to learn a bunch of stuff. And couldn't do that. Woke up at 11 and was like way behind in everything.
Hell yeah, that's sick. I love when you like have like a lot of plans for the day and then just one thing just fucks it up in the middle of the night and you're just like, wow, I'm just going to cancel that plan.
Because if I had nothing to do the next day, I feel like I would have been so much less stressed. But of course, the one day I'm like, I'm going to get up and do something. I'm laying in bed thinking like, shit, I'm going to be so tired when I get up.
There's nothing worse than when you have something to do the next day and you wake up and it's like 5 in the morning and you're literally counting how many hours of sleep you can get.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I'm not the best sleeper. I know you're not either. You have bad nights sometimes, right?
Yeah, it's gotten a little better. Big thing I've done recently, which I'm surprised I haven't mentioned on the pod, is I've been off Twitter for like, God, it feels like 2 weeks. Maybe it's been a week, whatever. And honestly, it's been really nice because I just have a lot less to do before I go to bed.
Yeah, I need to start like, sometimes I try and not have my eyes look at a screen. Like I try and like read a book for 20 minutes or something like that. But oftentimes I end up just like watching Netflix.
Yeah, that happens. Oh, you know what else I've been doing? I've been doing that little like nighttime mode. I do that on my computer. It turns on at 10.
Yeah, I have that set up too.
Damn, you're shit out of luck then, dude.
Yeah, the screen turning a little yellow. You know what? That's fucking bullshit. Like, I get it. I'm sure it's supposed to help, but that doesn't fucking actually make a difference.
I'm just trying to help you, dude.
I don't know. I think it's trash. So, yeah.
Also, I drink a lot.
Yeah, I need more barbiturates. That's what helps you sleep.
Just a fuck ton of whiskey before bed, like an uncomfortable amount.
Honestly, like I've never had less trouble falling asleep than when I'm hammered. So.
Yo, edibles though, not doing it. I tried it again. I was just high as fuck until like 2 a.m, and I was just like,
You need to stop trying doing marijuana before your bed.
I'm just like experimenting with different doses, and I think I had 1.5 this time, and it was just 2 a.m, and I just didn't enjoy anything, and I was just like, honestly, I probably would have fallen asleep about an hour ago if I just didn't do this.
Did you have any profound thoughts?
No. I literally gained nothing from it. Highly not recommended.
Great. Well, today is a special podcast because we followed up on things we said in the past.
Yeah, first time for everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're at 23. We're on our Jordan episode. We're showing signs of maturity.
Yeah.
Because we're actually sticking with things.
Yeah, we broke through the rookie wall, I think, and now we're officially podcast veterans. So we talked about how we wanted to go through and list our favorite movies that are listed as below 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. And we also wanted to talk about our favorite chips and rank our favorite chips and argue about that. And I'm sure it'll go just as well as the candy did. But we're going to start with the movies. It's also a pretty big movie time right now, so I feel like it's pretty pertinent.
Yeah, exactly. Because, there's like all these, like you said, big movies, a lot of movies coming out, and you're kind of like, oh, I can't wait to see that. You go on Rotten Tomatoes and it gets like a 42, and you're kind of like, maybe I won't see it. That doesn't seem like a good use of my time. Like, obviously, it sucks. But sometimes Rotten Tomatoes can be misleading,
Yeah, and we've talked about what Rotten Tomatoes, the real ranking is before, but I'll just say it again quickly. If it gets a 78%, it doesn't mean 78% of people liked it. It means 78% of people said it was between a 5 and a 10. So that could have mean 78% of people said it was a 5.
Right. And also,
yeah.
I was going to say, and also because it's a number, it seems a lot more objective, but a lot of those things that go into the number are also a little subjective.
Exactly. So, like, for example, I just saw the movie Tag. And
oh, really?
Yeah, I went and saw it with Jared. I think it got a 58 or something like that on Rotten Tomatoes. But I thought it was pretty enjoyable. For, as most studio comedies go, they usually suck. This was pretty solid. Like, I laughed, decent amount of times. There was a couple pretty bigger laughs. And, it wasn't amazing, but it was like a fun summer movie, and I recommend it.
That's good. That's good to hear. And also, calling back on like a few podcast episodes ago, Blockers got like an 83.
Yeah, Blockers was hot trash.
Fucking love that take. I mean, nothing about that movie looked good, and I was so sick of the advertising and how badly it wanted to be called Cock Blockers, so I'm glad to know it sucked.
And I was worried because Tag was one of those movies that was getting like a ton of promo. Like, they were really pushing for it and like really getting the marketing out there, so I was afraid it was just going to be terrible. But the cast is really good. The story is at least unique, and it's a true story. And it's cool because at the end they show like a couple clips from like the real life guys doing it, which is really cool.
Oh, that is cool. That is such a nuts real-life event.
Honestly, it's incredible. Check it out. I don't want to spoil any like funny stuff that they've done, but it's worth seeing.
Jason Bateman is it.
Jason Bateman's also not in it, but...
What? Who am I thinking of?
Ed Helms.
Oh, I totally am.
Yeah. Hannibal Buress is also super funny in it.
Oh, God, I fucking love Hannibal Buress. He's kind of like the whole Kanye thing. Like, he's not in every movie, but he's really funny in what he's in.
He's also kind of the same in every movie he does, but it's
also
always
true.
Funny. He's just like the guy who like points out why things are stupid, but it's funny.
In like a very, very dry fashion.
Yeah, he's like, I don't understand why you're being so sensitive right now about your sandwich preferences. And then like everyone laughs.
I'm laughing.
But yeah, all right. Rotten Tomatoes. Shitty movies that are actually not shitty. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'm going to go first. Before we get into this, I kind of want to say I did expect to go through, despite this whole thing of shitting on Rotten Tomatoes, I did expect to go through and find some like gems that were under 50. There really aren't that many. There were a lot of movies where I'm like, yeah, I would watch that if it were on TV, but there weren't many where I was like, what? I love that movie. How could it get under 50?
Especially for drama. Drama was really hard to find one under 50 that was good.
Yeah. The closest I could find to like some good like non-comedies, like Taken, I think was like a 52. Die Hard was also like a 50. Die Hard 3, not Die Hard 1, was like a 51, stuff like that. But for the most part, everything, like, even if, like, I thought, like, it would generally get bad reviews, it still got, like, a 60. So, also some of these are, like, childhood movies where, like, I remember loving them, but I'm sure if I watched them now, they wouldn't hold up.
Also
But
true.
let's kick it off.
Yeah,
let's kick it off.
Yeah, some of these are, like, personal to me, and I, like, I feel connected to them, and they may not be good movies, but we'll see.
Okay, so this I think is my weakest one, and I think this one fits perfectly what I just described. With a 29%,
Ooh.
Robin Williams' Hook.
I've never seen that movie.
I mean, it's kind of just Peter Pan, but I just remember being like an imaginative, like fun adventure movie, and I don't know, maybe even if it got like a 45, I wouldn't have put it on here, but I don't think that is a movie that is worth like 29%.
Yo, people love Hook.
Yeah, I feel like it almost has like a cult classic to it.
Yeah, I've heard like really good things about Hook. Everyone speaks highly of Hook.
Yeah, so I don't know, 29% seems kind of aggressive. I don't know. I'd have to like look more into it. Like I wonder who really saw that and was like, "There's no way this guy can fly."
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like it just doesn't seem worthy of that. That I couldn't tell you much more about it because I haven't seen it in years, and I think again it's just best that I probably don't see it again and just argue against the 29%.
I actually do want to see that movie though.
Hell yeah, watch it and let me know if it's worth the 29.
So should I start at the highest percentage I have, closest to 50, or the furthest away?
Oh, I just did the movie. I'm just doing them in order of how much I like them or how strongly I disagree with their rating, I guess.
I'm just going to say one. All right, ready?
Go, yeah.
At 42%, Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell.
Ooh, I knew you were going to have that. I know you love that movie.
That movie's so funny. 42 is a joke. That's so much better. You're telling me it's half as good as Blockers? Oh, my God. Kicking and Screaming is fantastic. I feel like that's like one of Will Ferrell's, like, I think it's right in there with all of his other like movies in that like mid-2000s range when he was really just cranking out like Blades of Glory, Talladega Nights, like all that stuff. I think this is right there.
I've never seen Kicking and Screaming, but I heard it's basically just a soccer movie, but Will Ferrell's just running around being Will Ferrell.
Yeah, he's basically coaches like a bunch of 10-year-olds playing soccer, and it's great because he gets way too into it, and he starts drinking coffee for the first time, and he's nuts. And Mike Ditka is his like father-in-law. No.
Oh, that's right.
Mike Ditka is his assistant coach, and his father-in-law is Robert Duvall, who's just like a dick, and he's the coach of the other team. It's great.
That's really fun. Yeah, honestly, that's a movie I really want to see.
There you go.
And I know for a fact it's not going to live up to the 42% because, again, it's just Will Ferrell. I feel like your floor with Will Ferrell is still pretty damn high.
What's the worst Will Ferrell movie you've seen?
I don't even know. Like Blades of Glory? I feel like I haven't seen any bad... Oh, Anchorman 2. Still good, but probably the worst one.
I think Blades of Glory is funny.
Yeah, I think it is too. I was just going to say, I don't think I've seen many bad Will Ferrell movies. Like, I didn't see, like, Casa de Mi Padre?
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Yeah, like, I haven't seen that, which apparently was not very good. I haven't seen Daddy's Home for, like, obvious reasons.
I saw that on mute.
What the fuck? How was it?
I was working at my job at the film rental place in college, and like we always had movies on, and then like it was like a really busy time, so we put it on mute, and we just like worked while it was on mute and looked at it a lot.
Did it look funny?
No. I think you can watch a movie on mute and like kind of tell how it looks.
I kind of agree. I don't think, I don't know. That's the thing. Any like bad Will Ferrell movies, you can kind of tell from the get-go, so I just haven't seen them.
Also,
so Anchorman 2 is probably the worst one I've seen.
Yeah, you're probably right. Also, I think we have one that's the same, but let's save it till the end. But go ahead.
For sure.
Hit me with your next one.
I just want to really quickly say Anchorman 2 got a better rating than Anchorman 1. Fuck that.
Are you serious?
I think Anchorman 2 had like a 73 or 75, and Anchorman 1 had like a 63.
That's a fucking travesty.
Yeah, Anchorman 1, Will Ferrell's best thing, to me. His best work, at least.
Yeah, probably.
Character of Ron Burgundy is just incredible. This one, also just kind of something I grew up with. I loved it at the time. Actually, I think if I watched it again, I think I would still laugh. Accepted. 37%.
I have that as well.
It's a really good movie. It's a funny movie. It's a Jonah Hill breakout movie, or just maybe just the Jonah Hill rookie year movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty damn good. It was a good
think
concept.
Accepted is great. I think that's like a seminal comedy for like people our age. Like it was like what I always. It's like what you think college is like when you're a kid, and watching that like makes you want to go to college. Like that was that movie.
Exactly. I think that's super. I don't get how it gets 37%. Like what? Maybe it's a little like sophomoric, but that's kind of the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like a clever concept. I haven't really seen anything like that. The dude makes his own college. Justin Long's great. Blake Lively's in it. Like that's sick. And Jonah Hill is yeah. This is his like Emma Stone in Superbad role, where it's just like everyone's like, oh, this guy's funny. Who is this guy?
Exactly. Oh, that asked me about my wiener bit. And hold on. Woo, first sneeze on this podcast.
Nice.
I don't think that's true. His like asked me about my wiener joke when I was like, how old were we when that came out? Like 13? Younger?
I think Accepted came out like 2008, 2007. So like 10 years ago. Yeah, 13.
Yeah, 13, 14, something like that. That asked me about my wiener joke in the previews. Like literally had me fucking dying when I first saw it.
And that dude Glenn, who just like is super weird and like he like loves cooking. I mean,
and he makes like fucking pineapples blow up with his mind. That dude?
No, that's the other guy who's just like, I want to make shit blow up with my mind. And they're like, all right, dude, write it on the board. No, Glenn was like a part of their group, kind of.
Right, yeah, he's got like the fro, kind of.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, no, super funny, great movie, not worthy of a 37%.
Well, South Harmon Institute of Technology, dude, shit. How great is that?
The shit sandwiches, baby. I want to say our friend Hunter has a shit sandwich shirt, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong.
That's some sick nostalgia merch, though.
Yeah, that's cool as hell. I wonder if I could find a shit sandwich shirt right now.
You probably could.
Everyone hold on for 5 minutes.
I need to go to Goodwill. All right.
Oh, that's actually a good bet.
Here's my
Take it away.
My next movie at the very, very low rating of only 33%. Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Have you seen it?
That's a serious cult classic. I have not seen it. I know I've heard nothing but incredible things about it.
Wet Hot American Summer is so funny.
Yeah, speaking of a rookie year movie, that's like everyone's like fucking intro to Hollywood.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper was in that movie, and he said he skipped college graduation to be in it. And it's like everyone in it is like Elizabeth Banks, like all these random people are all pretty much nobodies, and they're all just shining. It's like super awkward. It's like clearly very stupid humor. Oh, it's so funny. It's just like a fun, dumb comedy, and it should not be 33%.
What year did that come out? Do you know? Or like a
2001, I believe.
Is it like, and it's like super weird, like kind of,
it's like meta.
I don't know, do you think it's like kind of like almost like ahead of its time at the year when it was created?
Yeah, I do.
That could be a reason for it. I mean, again, it got remade. It got made into a TV show, right?
Mm-hmm. With all the same people, and I think they're doing another season.
Wow. Yeah, that's nuts. So I think that just kind of shows, it's kind of like the Arrested Development effect.
Yeah, I mean, this movie's just kind of like a bunch of funny sketches. Like, there's like a random scene in the movie because they're all at summer camp. That's like the whole thing. And there's like a random part where they like go into the downtown area and they all just like, they're all like in their teens, but they all like go and like get addicted to like heroin, and their lives all like go terribly for like 10 minutes, and they're all like these like gross addicts, and they all have diseases, and then it's just like it's like them riding back in the car to camp, and they're fine again.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's just like shit like that.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck.
Yeah, so check that out.
I don't know.
It's on Netflix, I believe.
Yeah, I should check that out. That and the show. It's only like what, 8 episodes?
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. That might be my next show because I gotta find something.
And
Westworld's almost done, and
the TV show is a prequel to the movie.
Oh, interesting. Wait, a prequel, but they're all older.
The movie is the last day of camp, and the TV show is the first day of camp.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm in on that. I'll check that out because I've heard nothing but good things about it. That also, fun fact, the theme song to that was the theme song to our radio show, The Chris and Craig Show.
Yes, it was. Oh, God, it's going to just absolutely kill me that I don't have that song in my head right now. Jane by Jefferson Starship. Yep.
There we go. It came on at Whole Foods the other day, and I was like, hell yeah, I got a radio show for this.
Great.
Or had one, I guess.
Yeah, great song. Check it out. Yeah, hit me.
Okay, so this one, I think I could have picked a lot from this one. I told you I found an actor that just had a gold mine of these movies. And that actor is Adam Sandler.
Oh, I didn't even look at his. Oh, God, like Happy Gilmore?
I think Happy Gilmore had like it's either Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison had like a 48. Waterboy. The one that I put is Big Daddy with a 40%.
Oh, awesome decision.
It's a great movie. I think that one has the biggest effect on me, like the one that I remember the most.
Out of his movies, Big Daddy and Happy Gilmore are my favorite. Happy Gilmore got a 60, by the way.
There we go. So just missed the cut off.
Oh, I love his movies. That whole time, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, so good.
Dude, he was killing it. I know a lot of people who think Waterboy is like one of their favorite movies. Billy Madison is hilarious, still funny to this day. Happy Gilmore is also a lot of people's favorite movie.
Oh, God, they're so good, dude. I love Happy Gilmore. That's like a top 10 comedy for me.
Adam Sandler just fell right the fuck off.
He just became a dad.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm going to make kids
you can even say he became a grown-up, too. All right, this has been the Chris and Craig Show, everyone.
Yeah, so you could say that. I feel like the second he made the movie Click, it just kind of started to go away.
You know what? I actually contemplated putting Click on this list, but I wasn't sure if it was actually that good. It got a 33%.
Yeah. I think if I watched it again, I don't think it would hold up. I remember watching it being like, that was pretty good. Man, I don't think so anymore.
I think I remember it being kind of sad, and I feel like if I watched it now, I'd be like, yo, this scene is going on for way too long.
Have you ever seen The Wedding Singer? I've never seen it.
I haven't either, no. What did it get? Oh, 68.
Yeah, people like that one.
I want to go on a quick pivot real quick. I need to find it, I guess, but Kevin James's Rotten Tomatoes is incredible.
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. What's that at?
Dude, hold on. I need to find it. It's his highest ranked movie is a 74%.
Is it Hitch?
I think Hitch is number 2. I'm finding it. I got it right now. His highest rated movies: Monster House at 74.
No idea.
Hitch it's like an animated movie. Hitch at 78. It doesn't show everything on the mobile website, but the next two are both a 54 and a 41.
What did Paul Blart get?
Oh boy, let's find it. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 got a 5. Dude, listen to this. Okay, listen to this fucking string. Pixels, 17%. Little Boy, 23. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, 5. Stranded, 0. Grown Ups 2, 7.
Stranded got 0?
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
You know what's bizarre about Kevin James's career? Is I don't know if there's ever been a bigger disparity in the reviews of a person's movie compared to the talent of the actor. I actually think Kevin James has talent and has the capability of being really funny, but his movies are so bad.
So bad. Paul Blart, by the way, one of his better movies, 32. When I say one of his better movies, I mean better reviewed.
I've seen Paul Blart. It's it's bad, but it's not the worst thing ever made.
Dude, he has 3 movies with a 0%.
God, that's incredible. He was so funny in King of Queens, and I think he got an Emmy for that, or at least a nomination.
Again, I just think he found easy money.
Yeah, he's probably just coasting and doing stand-up and being friends with Adam Sandler and David Spade.
That group is just I don't even know what you'd call them. It's the modern-day Rat Pack, but in a really shitty way.
On IMDb, it says Kevin James's trademark is being chubby but athletic.
Is that a thing? Have you ever watched him and wow, that dude is chubby, but he's kind of athletic?
No, he actually is quite athletic. I think he played college football.
Huh, interesting.
He used to be really fit, and then he just let it all go.
Good for him.
Yeah, fuck it.
To get that money, dude, I'd get fat as shit.
Yeah, sure.
Would you get, who Preston Lacey is?
Sounds familiar.
Fat dude on Jackass.
Oh, yeah.
He's worth $3 million. Would you get that fat for $3 million?
No. Your health is in serious jeopardy.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how the older you get, the less funny being fat is because you actually consider someone's health.
And you consider how hard every aspect of your life becomes immediately.
Goddamn, dude. 1% Master of Disguise with Kevin James. He was a producer on that one. Sorry, I'm gonna get off Kevin James. That dude is just an enigma, though. Somehow he just keeps getting roles. It's not like he's bad. I guess he just chooses shitty, easy movies that get a lot of money. Maybe it's not even easy. He just doesn't want the pressure. He just wants to be like Blake Griffin. He doesn't want the pressure of like winning a championship. He just wants those paychecks.
I feel like he's destined to be in a Netflix show, and he'll be like the fourth character in it, and he'll be like kind of good, and people will be like, "Wow, Kevin James."
Yeah, maybe. I hope he doesn't go like on like a serious pivot. He doesn't take like this Vince Vaughn path.
True Detective season 2, yeah.
Rough.
Anyway, my next movie. This is actually a movie and its sequel. The movie was 46%, and its sequel is 33%.
Okay.
Ace Ventura.
Oh, I agree. I saw that. I was really close to putting it on there.
I think
It's a
Ace
good
Ventura
movie.
is like really, really funny. I am a huge Jim Carrey fan, and again, I think Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, which is the first one, is in my top 10 of comedies, as is Happy Gilmore.
I think that's one of his best showcases of him as a comedian.
And the second one, When Nature Calls, is funny as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one in Miami, right?
Yeah, with like the whole Dolphins thing, Ray Finkel, the kicker.
Finkel and Einhorn.
Yeah, Finkel is Einhorn.
Or Finkel is Einhorn. So it's incredible. It's really funny.
It's like
I don't know.
everything that you remember Jim Carrey, like all the stereotyped like jokes that people do and like the facial expressions, like those all kind of originated in that movie.
Yeah. And it was one of his earlier movies, right? I kind of didn't realize that. I thought he was like more established heading into it.
No, that movie was a long time ago.
Like 93-ish?
I'll tell you
Around that area.
right now. 94.
94, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Even like the littlest things, like him just like picking like a fight with the mascot at the end of the first one. It's just so funny. It's just
so
such like perfect like physical comedy and his like fucking wildness
Yeah.
with everyone else playing the straight man. Literally everyone else in those movies are the straight man, and he just carries it on his own.
And it's so unique. Like if you think about putting any other actor, there might be no one more like this than Jim Carrey. If you put a different comedian in that movie, it is literally a completely different movie and way less funny. Any actor.
You put Kevin James in there.
I don't know, dude. He's pretty athletic.
He is pretty, but chubby.
Yeah, but thick.
That'd be so thick, but kind of athletic.
He should just be in a movie called Thick with 2 C's and just sell out completely.
Honestly, don't write it off.
I'll write it.
Honestly, if you just pitch anything and you're like, and Kevin James is the lead actor, it might get made.
You might be right. Do you have any dramas?
I got no dramas. I've got one kind of drama. It's actually also a Jim Carrey movie. Can you guess what it is?
The Mask?
No. Bruce Almighty.
That's below 50?
49%.
Oh, wow. Bruce Almighty's really good.
I think that's an incredible movie. I think that is the most, maybe besides our last movie that I think we have the same one of, I think it's the most unique concept, like, ever. It's incredible.
It's
Some guy's God for...
It's so rewatchable, too.
It totally is. He's great. Morgan Freeman as God is the best, like, casting job ever.
Yeah, I love when they do that with comedies, when they get, like, a really good dramatic actor and put them in, like Robert De Niro in Meet the Parents. Like, it makes it so much better.
Oh, yeah. Or, like, Robert Downey Jr. and, oh, no, even better example, Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I looked up Tropic Thunder, too, to make sure that was above 50, which it was, because that movie's fantastic.
What was it at? I want to say it was, like, 82.
Yeah, it was high.
Yeah, I know it was pretty well reviewed.
Yeah.
That's a funny movie. I think that movie gets better with age. But yeah, Bruce Almighty, it might be one of the best movies on either of these lists that, like, it's on TV and you can just sit down and just catch it wherever it's at and finish it.
And that kind of showcased Jim Carrey's ability to be, like, a little bit of, like, a rom-com, like, lead man. Like, he wasn't as goofy. He was, like, a little bit more matured.
Yeah, I agree. And also Steve Carell was in that movie, Sleeper.
Oh, yes, the newscaster. Also, Jennifer Aniston's his wife. Mm-hmm. I'm all in.
That scene where, like, Steve, like, goes on and, like, Jim Carrey, like, controls him.
So funny. He's
So
like, and
funny.
my tiny little nipples went to France. That part.
I don't know. There's, like, the whole, like, the cookie crumbles thing. Like, there's so many, like, little, like, quotable things from that movie.
Oh, yeah, it's great. When he's in the diner and he's, like, splitting the soup like the Red Sea.
Oh, yeah. Or he's like, asking for the spoon, and the spoon, like, comes out of his mouth. It's just, I don't know. It's a very well done, good comedy.
I agree.
And I think it's more of a genuinely good movie than it is a comedy.
I agree.
So I don't know what the fuck's up with you, Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know what their complaint could have been. Like, I feel like it's more like a 74% movie.
Maybe,
or do you think higher?
I don't know. So that means 56% of people gave, maybe 56% of people, I mean, wait, no, what was it at?
49.
Oh, 49. Maybe 51% of people gave it a 5.
Yeah, maybe.
Think about that. And then 49% of people could have given it an 8.
Exactly. And what's so frustrating is people see 49% and they're like, oh, F.
That's such bullshit. I have one, I don't know if this is a drama. It's like an action drama.
Ooh, okay.
44%. National Treasure.
Oh, I knew it. I knew you were going to have that.
National
I've
Treasure
never
is
seen
a
it.
good really?
I'm legit the only person to never see National Treasure.
Oh, wow. National Treasure is great. I mean, like, it's super compelling the whole time. It's Nick Cage, like, doing good Nick Cage. And I think, is it Diane Kruger who's in it? No, it's, I don't know. The guy from The Hangover who's, like, Doug is in it, too. It's really good. The bad guy is Ned Stark.
Oh, that's right. I knew that for some reason.
Yeah, it's like a really solid movie, and it's really interesting, and they like a lot of historical references, and there's like treasure, and it's just like super fun. Really good movie.
Does Sean Bean die in it? Ned Stark.
I don't know if Sean Bean dies.
Wow, first time for everything.
He probably does.
I remember he was like the lead character in a show like 2 years ago, and literally like their hashtag was like save Sean Bean because he just dies and everything.
I remember seeing a billboard for that. It was like Sean Beam always dies, hashtag save Sean Beam. And I was like, wow, they're leaning in.
Fucking spoiler alert. I know. They're like, remember those 2 other really successful franchises? We're just going to piggyback real hard.
All right. Do you
The
want
other one being Lord of the Rings for
do
the
you want to
record.
say our movie at the same time that we think that we both put?
Let's do it. I'm almost positive it's the same movie.
I have 2, which is kind of scary.
Okay, ready?
And don't
Count
say
us
the
down.
percentage, just say the movie title.
Okay, count us down.
3, 2, 1. Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
Yeah!
Yeah!
40%.
Unbelievable. That movie should get a 99. I love Hot Rod.
Yeah, Hot Rod is so good. That movie's going to live on forever. It's one of those movies from like an SNL cast member that just ended up being really great. Like Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell. Like, it's just, I love all the SNL cast members who make movies. They're usually great.
I'm not one to be quick to like push a movie or like really recommend it, but whenever someone says they haven't seen Hot Rod, I basically say like stop what you're doing right now, go watch the first 15 minutes and see if you're not like laughing out loud by then. Because you typically are.
I will say though, it's very our brand of humor, and I could understand somebody watching it and just being like, this is just stupid.
I feel like I could understand like an adult maybe watching it and being like, this is weird, but I don't know, like Airplane was also weird as fuck. I know like Airplane's like a classic.
Yeah, like Andy Samberg rolling down the hill for like an hour. Like I could
Oh my God.
I could see somebody being like, oh, I don't know, I don't really get it.
Dude, literally the first 3 minutes, or it's just him getting ready to jump over like a fucking Winnebago, and the ramp just breaks, and he flips right into it and just yaks on the ground.
Also,
and it goes to the credits or the intro.
The premise itself, like, I've marveled. Like, even I remember when I was in college and I was like trying to think of a short film idea, and we were thinking about like the importance of a premise. Just the idea of the movie is so funny and simple. It's like he's a stunt man. And his stepdad is gonna die, and he needs to make money by being a stuntman to keep his stepdad alive so he can beat the shit out of him. It is so funny. Oh God, dude, it's so good.
It's perfect. It's even again, as we just pointed out, even the plot is legitimately laugh out loud funny. There are so many parts that I forget about that are just kind of like niched in there. Like every now and then, I will just watch YouTube clips from Hot Rod and be like legitimately happier.
Bill Hader in that movie, great.
So funny. The other dude from The Lonely Island.
It's either Akiva or Yorma. I think it's Yorma.
Yeah, I'm not gonna act like I know, but oh my God, it's so funny. Oh my God, you know who's in that movie is Danny McBride.
Oh, so good. Danny McBride is fantastic.
There's one scene where he just fucking knocks the shit out of one dude because he comes out because they're trespassing on his lawn. He just like throws a garbage can at him.
Doesn't he say like, I've been drinking green tea all day or something?
Yeah, it's like, I go to church every Sunday. You're going to bring the demons out of me?
It's a good cast. Like even like Ian McShane is the dad. He's like a legit actor, and then Isla Fisher is the love interest, and she's good too.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, there's so many things I can quote from that movie just right now off the top of my head, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to say, if you're listening to this and you haven't seen Hot Rod, like seriously do yourself a favor at some point this weekend. Put aside the hour and a half. It might be on Netflix. I don't know. It's somewhere on the internet.
Also, subtle Will Arnett cameo, and he's great.
Oh my God, dude. I quote that babe wait thing. I guess not all the time, but I still quote it every now and then. And that scene is incredible.
Yeah, really, really good. So check it out. It was actually directed by Akiva, who's the third guy in Lonely Island.
Hell yeah. Shouts out Lonely Island. Still kind of killing it. Just had a concert. Like a major, like 15,000 person concert.
I believe it was at Clusterfest, right?
Yeah.
The
so
comedy
shouts out
festival?
Brian. Yeah, something like that. Oddball? Or Clusterfest?
Oh, maybe it was Oddball.
I don't know. Shouts out Brian Harp. I know you went. Shouts out Carp. I know you went. Shouts out Sades. You totally don't listen to this, but you know, you went.
Those are our friends. For anyone who's not in our friend group who's listening, which is probably no one.
I don't know. We got a few listeners in Spain. Shouts out Spain.
Hell yeah, Spain. Remember that? Did you watch that soccer game? Spain Portugal.
I watched like some of it.
I watched like a good maybe 2/3 of it. It was really entertaining. Ronaldo had a hat trick. What's the other guy's name? Had like 2 goals or something. I don't know soccer.
Yeah, soccer's name. I called it. Someone like brought it up to me at Whole Foods in line, and I was like, "No, I haven't been watching any soccer." And someone goes, "Did you just call it soccer?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "It's football." And I'm like, ugh, "Don't be annoying."
I mean, I feel like if you're going to pronounce something in the Spanish language, you should at least pronounce it correct. Like if you're going to say football, say football, right?
I think they did say football, but I was just like, "Duh, yeah."
No, that's annoying.
I don't want to be like, "Oh no, I didn't catch any football."
Yeah. That's
Like the person who's like, "Oh, can I have one?" I think we're going to say the same thing.
You could do it.
The guy who's like, "Can I have one quesadilla, please?"
He's like, could I, here's a $10 bill. Oh, actually, could I also get an horchata? I just hate that
Like,
shit.
I don't know if it's respectful or is it kind of weird.
I think it's a little bit, like, what's the word?
Like, we're just like mocking?
Yeah, I think it is a little bit like you're mocking them.
Facetious. Is that the word?
You know what I mean? I don't know. No, it started with an A. I don't know.
Ostentatious. That's a no.
It's like antagonistic. I don't know.
It'll come to mind. Someone's listening to this right now just like furious.
Why? Because they know the word I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get this all the time on podcasts where someone like says something like incorrect or like they're trying to figure it out, and like you're like, "Oh, it's this word," but you can't do anything.
You know, my brother texted me the other day. This has happened to me before, too. He was like, "Oh, I was listening to this Bill Simmons podcast, and they were talking about how, like, people like Terry Rozier on the Celtics, like, people care about where he's going to go the next year. And, like, if that's, like, a thing that people care about. He's like, but if you took the Terry Rozier of the NFL, like, I don't know, Jarvis Landry. And my brother was like, I literally thought in my head Jarvis Landry right before Bill said Jarvis Landry. Like, I love when that stuff happens. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Though it almost like bothers me because I'm like, "Oh, I could just be there right now having this conversation."
I know.
Yeah, it's a little column A, column B. Are you that excited about where Terry Rozier goes?
No, but I think that, like, if I hear, like, oh, Terry Rozier to the Celtics or to the Clippers, I'm, like, a lot more interested than Jarvis Landry to the Browns.
I agree. What if Jarvis Landry went to the Packers?
Yeah, maybe. I guess because of Aaron Rodgers. But,
Yeah, it's kind of it's different for sure.
Yeah.
I think I agree that I probably would care more about basketball, especially because it's bigger impact.
Yeah. So now we're going to move on to the second part of the podcast that we're sticking to from our last podcast. This is going to be our top 5 favorite chips, and we're about to argue about this, and I'm going to Trader Joe's as soon as this podcast is over, and I may buy one of these chips or whatever the off-brand Trader Joe's version of it is.
Yo, I'm not even kidding. I have an off-brand Trader Joe's chip in here.
Really?
I literally put this chip, and then I put particularly the Trader Joe's version.
Wow. All right, so you have them ranked 1 through 5?
Yeah, it's basically in order. I think I could rearrange them, but these are like it's close enough. Yeah.
I think I kind of feel the same way. How many do you think we share, if any?
I'm gonna say 0.
I'm going to say we share 1.
I even one like last night you mentioned to me. I think it's a little different. We'll see. Let's kick it off with number 5.
Okay. Number 5.
Wait. Before we do you want to get any honorable mentions or not?
I have a childhood honorable mention that no longer is there now.
I think we might actually have the same one.
Funyuns.
Chex Mix? Damn.
I didn't consider Chex Mix a chip.
Oh, really? I don't know. I just consider it's like kind of in the chip aisle. It's a salty snack. I know it's not like that potato like triangular or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I guess it seems more like it's like because Chex itself is like almost like a breakfast thing, and then it's like pretzels. I don't know. But if were Chex Mix to be included, it would be there for me because I love Chex Mix.
Damn, I would include them. So if you want to throw them in there, I put barbecue Fritos in the honorable mention.
Okay, I have a little. I have a take here. I think one, barbecue chips are incredibly average and don't really deserve. I think I've never had a barbecue chip that has blown my mind compared to a different barbecue chip. And 2, I think pretty much all cheddar or cheese flavored chips, not all, but most, are not good.
Damn, dude, you're gonna hate my list.
Like a Dorito, I think is good, but that's like I'm talking about like a cheddar ruffle. I think that shit's trash.
Oh, I kind of get that. No, I know what you mean. It's normally salty and then they flavor it cheddar.
Yes, I hate that stuff.
I get that shit.
Even like cheddar goldfish, I don't particularly love.
I can kind of fuck with cheddar goldfish. They're kind of like the barbecue Fritos thing where I don't think I could have a whole bag of them. Like the first like couple are good, but after a while I get kind of sick of the flavor.
All right, so yeah, hit me with an honorable mention you got. So I said Funyuns, you said Chex Mix. Anything else?
Chex Mix barbecue Fritos are my honorable mentions. And then caramel bugles, they're really good. They're like a nice sweet and salty kind of snack.
Wait, you said the barbecue Fritos are your honorable mention?
They're my honorable mention, yeah.
Like the honey twists?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's like, again, they're delicious. I think they're really good, but the last like 3 times I've purchased a bag, which has probably been over like 3 or 4 years, but every time I've just like, I don't even think I've finished the bag.
I think
it's just too much after a while.
When we were going over this last night, yes, we go over this stuff before. We were talking about chips for an hour. I think you had a good point on it kind of changed the way I thought about it when you said, like, if you were drunk in a 7-Eleven, what would you grab? And I think that actually changed my perception of what I'm going to choose.
It made me realize, like, what chips I fucking love, too. Like, the ones that I could just probably, like, down. Caramel bugles are actually a pretty solid drunchy, but again, they're covered in caramel. It feels like it's cheating almost.
It's like, is it caramel apple fruit?
Right, exactly. Like, I just think that's kind of unfair at that point. I am going to say I do consider Chex Mix, especially considering some other things we discussed last night that we approved. I think I would consider it a chip. So if you want to throw it in there, you could improvise, throw some stuff in, throw it out. But that's up to you.
I think it may slip into 5. It may not. Maybe in the 6 range. So I'll keep it where it's at. Okay,
for sure. That's nice. Why don't you hit me with number 5 first?
Okay. You know the brand of chip Kettle?
I got a Kettle at number 5, so yes.
I think I know yours, and mine's similar. I'm going to say yours is jalapeno, and mine is peppercini.
Ooh, I knew you liked them. I didn't know they were going to be in the top 5, because I know you've told me about having them before. Go on, fill me in.
Peppercini, Kettle. Kettle is my favorite brand of chip overall. Like, I think they have the widest selection of things I think are good. Like, they're what Lay's always wanted to be. And
ooh, shots fired. I love it. We're like coming for you, Frito-Lay.
They're thick Lay's, and they're pretty simple. If you look at the ingredients, there's usually like 4 ingredients, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And a potato chip in general is just so good to me. And peppercini's good because it's not crazy spicy. It's not like it's going to like ruin your mouth, but it's got like a little bit of kick to where it's kind of addictive and you just have to keep eating them. I just think it's great.
Yo, something about that spicy is addictive. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, spice is addictive because it's like a pleasure reactor in your brain, isn't it?
I think I've heard that before.
There's like a reason why when you eat like really hot salsa, you can't stop because it's like you're fulfilling a crave.
It's fucking exciting. I've never been able to describe why I like spicy so much, but I love it. And maybe that's it. It's addictive.
They said it's similar to taking a drug. Like that it's like a knocked down version of taking like a cocaine where it's like your body's like wants more of it because you're kind of on like a high.
Huh. Well, we've been to R.I.P. Bangkok Poco.
Which is a great Thai place on the San Diego State campus, by the way. Rest in peace.
And you could get the spiciness from 1 to 10, which I love. More places need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always get like an 8 or 9. And I think it was either you or Jared just watched me eating it, and you were like, I don't even know if you're enjoying this right now. Because I was literally just blowing my nose every like 30 seconds.
Yeah, you needed like a fan. You needed like 3 glasses of water. You were like rubbing ice on your neck. And like our buddy David does the same thing. He gets like a 10. I usually get like a 6 or a 7, and I'm like, that's as far as I can go. But I do get it.
It's like so spicy I can't even taste it, but I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get more into spicy a little later. I do want to say, I think the jalapeno kettle chips are like this. It's like spicy, but it's like a unique spice, and it's not like overwhelming. I don't know. Like it doesn't taste like other spicy chips, and maybe that just means it stays more true to the jalapeno flavor.
Are they your number 5?
They're my number 5. I think it's the biggest knock for me was on this list. It's the hardest bag to finish. I'm normally kind of struggling. It's a little like greasier, oilier, a bit heavier.
I agree.
But I wrote it has the best texture of any chip on my list.
Yeah, it's like the best bite.
Yeah, I think, again, it's like you said, the kettle chips, they're so perfectly cooked. It's what Lay's could never do.
Yeah.
We're looking at you, Lay's. So I guess that's also my number 5. So why don't you give me number 4?
Number 4, Flamin' Hot Munchies.
Damn. Okay. That's my number 1.
Is it?
That's my number 1. I fucking love it.
Oh, yeah, dude. Flamin' Hot Munchies are so good. I think they're better than Flamin' Hot Cheetos, which I don't have on my list because I love the incorporation of the Dorito, of the pretzel, the Cheeto. It's just...
The wavy chip. There's that little wavy chip that's in there, too.
The Sun Chip.
Sun Chip. There we go.
Yeah. It's just great because Doritos are not on my list. Sun Chips are not on my list. But pretzels are not on my list. But when you combine them, it's just like this perfect... mix of everything.
That is the GOAT Drunchie. There is no better non-In-N-Out Drunchie than that.
It ruins your fingers, and you're going to be covered in like hot powder, but man, dude, it's so good. It's so addictive.
What's the best of the 4 in that bag?
I usually combine the Cheeto and the Sun Chip.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we agree that the pretzel is always the worst in some sort of snack bag?
Oh, even in Chex Mix.
It's always the worst, and you know what it is? It's because they don't salt it. So you're not even getting a pretzel, you're just getting hard bread.
It's also a bad pretzel. Like, it's not cooked well enough. Like, it doesn't have, even like a traditional rolled gold pretzel has like more of a bite. These just like kind of crumble and like disintegrate on your tongue.
It's almost like they were making them and accidentally dropped them in water for 1 second.
And they like quickly scooped them out and looked around and was like, that's fine.
It's like a little soft. There's no texture to it. And again, I won't stop just fucking hammering this home. Who doesn't salt a pretzel? What's that?
It's like,
I don't care if it's got that spice.
It's like a staple of the pretzel. I can't rolled gold and Chex Mix like link up. Can we have a merger?
Or can't fucking Lowry's and Chex Mix or fucking whatever link up? Whoever makes Hot Munchies?
I know. How hard can it fucking be?
I don't know, man.
But I will say, though, is it rolled gold pretzels and Munchies?
I'd have to like look at the bag.
It's not Snyder. I think it might be rolled gold.
It's all under...
It's Lay's, right? No. Yeah. Is it Frito-Lay?
I think so. Have you seen Game Night?
No.
Damn, there's a really funny joke about Frito-Lay in there. It's rolled gold.
It is, yeah. The pretzels in there are legit, like significantly better than a Chex Mix pretzel, which are like those weird circles that you can't buy anywhere else.
Oh yeah, those really suck. I remember when I was young, I'd always try to like wear them like little rings.
Yeah, those are the ones that are dropped in water.
Yeah, those ones are bad. I don't know. I still don't think they're that good in Hot Munchies, though.
No, but they're better. They're way better. They're like thinner and crispier, at least a little bit, than the Chex Mix ones.
Again, though, not much salt. I'm looking at the bag right now, and they're like, these pretzels have salt on them, and that is just lying to your customer.
Yeah.
False advertising. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. So I don't know. Shouts out Hot Munchies to me, number 1. But work on your damn pretzels.
I'm sorry that I dethroned your 1 so early.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I think my number 2 could easily be number 1.
Next time we hang out, and if we are drinking, let's get some Hot Munchies.
Fuck yeah. They're like not that easy to find.
That's sick. They're like a shit sandwich shirt.
Shit sandwich shirt. There we go. Maybe Hunter has a couple of hot Cheetos. This next one's gonna make you mad. But here we go.
Fuck, what is it?
Barbecue pop chips.
Oh, fucking get out of here. That's like me saying the York patty thing and you got mad at me. Pop chips? Are you kidding? Pop chips were invented for healthy people who don't want to eat chips.
That's the thing. They're the best all-around thing. It's kind of healthy. Like, a big bag is still, like, I don't know, like 700 calories.
Wow.
It's easy to eat. You can just keep... Yeah, I count this every now and then. You don't want to look at the calories of the other ones. You can just pop them in. Like, they might be one of the easiest just sit down, like, kill a bag
No.
chip out there.
You can just pop them in. What chip is difficult to eat?
I'm just saying, like, you can keep going through an entire bag and it doesn't phase you.
Okay.
Like the kettle chips, too many kettle chips. After like half a bag, I'm like down for the count.
No. Pop chips are like the LaCroix of chips, where they're all just like hinted with flavor that's not actually good.
I think the barbecue ones have like a decent amount of flavor. They might have more barbecue flavor than most barbecue chips. Or maybe not. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's the right amount of barbecue flavor.
So you think
there's a lot of things just...
You think the barbecue pop chip is better than the kettle barbecue?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. You know, I'm going to make, just like we did with the candy, I'm going to make a poll on my Instagram story with each of our top 5. We'll see.
All right, do it. I'm a little more faithful in this one because my last one I was like Mars bars, but like I don't even think I don't.
What was that other one? What was your one that just looked like a tree trunk?
Oh, flakes.
Still the dumbest shit you've ever said.
They're so fire. It's just really good chocolate. Whatever. We'll get into that another day. Let's get drunk and just have fucking candy bars and chips, and we'll debate.
Okay, let's do it. That sounds great. We should also do top 5 beer.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
I'm in on that. Top 5 wines.
Red, 1 through 5.
Or we did like top 5 vodkas. We had to drink them on the pod.
Whoa.
We took like a shot of each one and then had to explain it.
We could just do top 5 alcohols.
Oh, fuck. Now you're on to something. I'm like, 1, absinthe. 2, 151.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
Power Hour podcast.
Oh, my God.
So
okay, we'd have to be in person for that.
We'd have to be in person for that. It's probably a terrible idea. For those of you who don't know, it's a shot every minute of beer for an hour. So that's 60 shots of beer. And we figured out, doesn't that equal around 7 beers?
7 or 8, yeah.
That, with the way I don't drink really that much anymore, so that might really affect me.
I guess it depends how many ounces are in a shot glass. I think that would kind of fuck with me. I think it would be 9 beers.
A shot is 1 ounce, right? Or is it 1.5?
Oh, I always imagine it's 1.5. Some are 1. If we did 1.5, that means it would be
40.
90 ounces.
40 ounces.
90 ounces. 1.5, and you did 60 shots.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be like
90 divided by 12.
7 beers.
Yeah.
Like about 7 beers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 7 beers. 7.5. I think that would get to me pretty quickly.
Yeah. So maybe we do power half hour.
We'd have to pee so badly. Let's do it.
Every 2
minutes. Let's get kind of fucked up on a pod. Why not? Because think about it. We're not going to be like, it's not going to fully kick in until later.
Yeah. What's really going to be fun is me trying to edit it. That'll be good.
Oh, fuck yeah. But we got to do that in person. So we'll like figure out like either the next time you're up here or the next time I'm down there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Stay tuned for that one, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Back to chips. Las papas. All right.
So you got to hit me with number 3.
This is like a classic Craig boring pick. This is like me saying I like vanilla ice cream.
I was really worried that this was going to be like all 5, so hit me.
It's kettle sea salt.
Yeah, okay. I got nothing. I mean, like, it's not bad. It's just like it's a Sprite.
Yeah, it is a Sprite, and I love Sprite.
I do love Sprite. It's mint ice cream.
It's mint ice cream. I think it's great. It's one of the most devourable chips. You can really go ham on it, and it goes with everything. Like, you don't have to worry about like eating something and then having like a cheddar chip or a sour cream chip or a pizza Pringle, which I used to love as a kid, by the way, and like have it not mix with what you're eating. These can just go with anything.
I just want to quickly touch on, because I got nothing to say about sea salt. Pizza Pringles just not great anymore. Don't go back to that.
Yeah, it's like going back and watching Drake and Josh, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's the hook of chips.
Yeah, that's below 50% of Rotten Tomatoes. But back in the day, I used to like them.
Yeah, I just want to. It's a weird flavor. What is pizza flavor? It's just it's a cheddar and tomato.
Cheddar and tomato. I mean, it shouldn't be cheddar theoretically. There's no cheddar on pizza.
I guess not cheddar.
Yeah,
mozzarella.
Mozzarella and tomato, maybe.
Yeah, that's a weird. I mean, it's just a weird concoction of things. Just don't. It's best to just let it be.
But yeah, the kettle.
Let the memories be the memories.
The kettle. I'm basically just like paying homage to. It's a perfection of craftsmanship. It's the perfect cooked chip.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I'm not gonna knock it. I just couldn't tell you the last time I just bought like salted chips.
It's what I turn to when I don't know what to get and I just want some chips. And I just like don't want to have like anything crazy, you know?
That's a nice move. I don't know what I turn to. Actually, I might turn to this one. I'm gonna give you a number 3. I'm worried you're gonna say this isn't a chip.
Okay.
Pirate's booty.
I don't know. I mean, if Pirate's booty's a chip, then popcorn's a chip, right?
Pirate's booty's more like it's more like a pop chip almost, isn't it? They go Pirate's booty's like I don't even really fucking know what Pirate's booty is. Like what is that stuff?
Like a chemical marvel.
it's I don't know, just some weird fucking concoction. It's just a puff. It's whatever a puff is. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh wow! I have an honorable mention.
Is it Cheez-It Party Mix?
No, but that is damn it. That's on it too. Wow. I just never considered that shit as chips. That's why I didn't put any of it there.
What's your honorable mention?
Cheeto Puffs.
Oh, those are good. That's a nice like snack.
Those things are so snackable. You could just body those. It feels like you're just eating air.
That's what I love about Pirate's Booty. I think that is the easiest bag to kill by a fucking mile. And particularly, I prefer the Trader Joe's one because even though they're super soft and like I don't know, consumable, whatever, there's a little bit of crunch to them and it's a little more cheesy. And they come in massive bags for like, also it's way cheaper. Pirate's Booty is expensive as hell for whatever reason. The Trader Joe's one I think is $1.99 for like a massive bag. And you could also get them in sour cream and onion if you fuck with that flavor.
I really don't, but
I kind of like sour cream and onion. It doesn't really, I don't know. I don't like sour cream. I don't even know. Sour cream can just suck my butt, but like something about that was disgusting. Something about sour cream and onion is like a really nice, strong, overwhelming flavor, which I'm into. It's like the blue cheese of chips.
oh God.
Exactly. Blue cheese is super polarizing, and I feel like so are sour cream and onion.
Yeah. I mean, I can have one or two, but nah. I think I'm more of a subtle chip person. Like I like to have a ruffle and dip it in French onion dip rather than a French onion flavored chip.
I'm kind of into the overwhelming flavor, but I think that overwhelming desire has died down a little bit as like the years have gone by. Like as I said, I don't like the pizza pretzel, but I will fuck with like some heavy cheddar Pirate's Booty or whatever Trader Joe's calls it. Probably something that's kind of racist, but we ignore for whatever reason.
Trader Ming's is their Asian name, by the way.
Trader Jose.
Trader Giotto is Italian. For something like, why does that one not sound racist, but Ming does?
It just seems like they were like, oh, what's the kind of Chinese name? I think it's because it sounds nothing like Joe. It's just Ming.
Well, what's the Chinese Joe?
Ming?
I don't know.
Yeah, I got nothing. But like, I don't know. It seems weird. It seems lazy. I'm sure more went into it than just like, fuck, I don't know, Ching Chong Ming. We'll go with Ming. Whatever.
All right.
With this horribly racist meeting I'm imagining. But whatever. Shouts out Trader Joe's. You probably did your research. Plus, they've got killer Pirate's Booty.
Maybe I'll try that. I don't think I've ever had it.
It's pretty damn good. And it's a lot.
My number 2 is a classic chip that has been around for a long time, and I hearken this to like the Captain Crunch of chips, which Jared and I on our 2001 A Food Odyssey podcast did our top cereals, to which my number 1 was original Captain Crunch.
Ooh,
And
nice take.
this is just traditional Cheetos.
Okay.
I think traditional Cheetos, they very closely almost were my number 1. I think they are so good, and I can just destroy a bag. I know I said I don't love cheddar flavored stuff, but this is different. I don't know why. This is not the same to me as like a cheddar flavored Ruffle. A Cheeto, I think the bite of it is so good. Like they do a great job of making it crunchy. It's not like that soft dip it in water for a second thing that a lot of chips have. It doesn't disintegrate like a Lay's chip does on your tongue. I think Cheetos are just a classic example of a great American chip.
Cheetos are the perfect texture. Something about the cheese flavor of Cheeto doesn't fully do it for me, but I do agree that it's not your common, like, everyday kind of, like, cheese flavor.
I don't know what the hell it is, but it's really good. Like, it's not the nacho cheese Dorito flavor.
No.
That feels like it has a little bit more kick or spice to it in a sense. It's bolder. The Cheeto's a little bit more mellow.
I'm super not in on Doritos. Let me just get that out there. Unless they're in, like, you know, a flaming hot bag.
I like Cool Ranch.
Ranch is fine. I think
But,
just
like,
something about the whole Taco Bell thing just kind of threw me off.
I get that. They're also, that chip is one of the ones that they're just a little bit wider than your mouth.
Oh, so it's like kind of weird. You have to like take like 2 awkward bites.
You have to like put one corner inside and then pry it open and then put the other corner in, and then you always get a little bit of that dust on the corners of your mouth.
Yeah, it's just kind of a messy. It's not my thing. It's like a NASCAR chip, I feel like.
Yeah, that's sick.
Fuck yeah, we're coming for NASCAR, Frito-Lay, and fucking the pretzel industry this week.
I'm going to take down the fucking pretzel industry. Let's start making our own pretzels.
I'm so in. Well, you know what we'll do? That's just fucking crazy to imagine. We'll put some salt on them.
It's kind of crazy that like a Wetzel's pretzel and like a rolled gold pretzels are both just called pretzel when they're kind of completely different.
Yeah, it's like calling like it's like if donuts and bagels were both just called donuts.
Exactly. It's like, oh, a Ritz cracker and donuts are both donuts. You're like, what? Like one of them is bread. Wetzel pretzel is bread.
Yeah, and it's like kind of like greasy. It's almost like sweet. Like if you have like an Auntie Anne's, that's like actually essentially a donut.
That's the first time
Shout
you
out
said
Auntie
Auntie Anne's and not Auntie Anne's.
Yeah, I kind of got like shit on eventually or too much for that. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll like say it normally.
Good for you. I'm proud.
I'll go back to Auntie Anne's at some point though. It sounds just so much more homely. Auntie Anne's. Auntie Anne's is like your racist aunt who just rants about Trump on Thanksgiving.
But no one's name is On.
Auntie Anne. That's what my dad calls my mom.
He's British.
Annie.
He doesn't. I hear him all the time. He says Anne.
You have no idea what you're talking about, dude. Have some respect for my culture.
Sorry. Irish and British.
There we go. Yeah, a lot behind it, dude. We fucking drink and watch soccer.
All right, dude. Hit me with your number 2. I don't know.
I can't believe this. I can't believe we're agreeing on this, basically. But Flamin' Hot Cheetos are my number 2, and they could arguably be my number 1.
Okay.
It is the most incredibly unique, like, what the fuck flavor chip out there. And I don't know how this happened.
It's truly just like a lab experiment.
I think, do you know how it was made? Do you know who made it?
I actually do. That was one of our news stories on 2001 A Food Odyssey.
Damn. Yeah, I know that because I listened to your pod.
Is that where you actually figured it out or no?
No, I think I Googled it for whatever reason. I think I was just like, what? I think I actually tried to find out what the flavor was of a Flaming Hot Cheeto as I was eating bags of Flaming Hot Cheetos.
It's like a Goodwill Hunting situation, kind of. It was the janitor.
Yeah, which is nuts. He just took them home and like sprinkled some chili powder on them, right? Mm-hmm. And then he brought them to like the president and he was like, holy shit, this is incredible. And now that dude's like the vice president of marketing, which I don't really get how that works.
I feel like that's how 90% of companies exist nowadays, right? I feel like most of the high-end executives that like came about in the 70s could just be cut from the companies and it'd be the same company.
Yeah, totally. Because they're like a lot of like those people have like they're kind of like, you know, set in their way thoughts like, yeah, it's always worked this way and it still will.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think that guy's probably there because he invented the chip and he probably doesn't do anything every day.
I was going to say, like, I just don't understand how, like, this dude who just, like, randomly put chili powder on his chips is now just in charge of marketing. Like, just two pretty different things.
When's the last sick Cheeto commercial you saw?
That's a good point. You know what? They're kind of weird. They kind of go for that Old Spice weirdness, but it's, like, obvious that they're trying. You know what I mean?
I think Chester the Cheeto's kind of like a perv.
Yeah, I'm kind of out on him. He's a little creepy.
Yeah, he's like glasses. You don't know where he's looking. I'm not in.
But I don't want to see his eyes. Something about that just scares me.
What do you think about a kids animated show that's just like features all of like the childhood food characters and they all like hang out, like Chester Cheeto and like Toucan Sam and like Tony the Tiger?
Can I go one level beyond?
Go.
a Super Smash Bros. Version, but with all those dudes.
Whoa.
Lucky's got like a fucking rainbow. Tony just murders people with his lying abilities. Tiger.
That'd be sick. And then there's like an ice climber thing for Apple Jacks where it's the cinnamon and the apple.
Whoa. See, we're onto something here.
This is actually a fantastic idea.
I feel like this is like a nice, like free, like mobile app, or like it's free, but it has a bunch of like in-store purchases.
Like we needed to get some nerd to make like a beta Smash version with like the cereal characters.
Ayo, nerds, if you're listening, let's make an app.
Hey, yo, blog boys.
What up?
All right. My number one. I don't know why I think that's so funny.
Blog boys?
Just doing it in like the blog boys.
Ayo, blog boy. It's just like wildly ignorant, kind of.
I just want to interrupt people like saying important things by saying blog boys.
It also kind of has that Chris Bocher like vibe to it, but now we're just going on a different path.
That no one knows. All right, my number one chip has already been said.
Chex Mix.
No, it's Frito Honey Barbecue Twist.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I think just pound for pound, it's the best. It's the best thing I put in my mouth. It may not be the most killable, even though I think it is, but it's just like a handful of those is better than a handful of anything else to me. Highest ceiling.
I respect it. It's got a nice ceiling. I think it's lost its touch a bit over the years for me.
I treat it
But
like
the
root
first-
beer, though, because I don't have it a lot, because it is kind of harder to find, but when I do have it, I really, really enjoy it.
It is one of the most underrated chips out there.
Yeah. It's kind of, I think, reached that cult thing where, like, when you bring it up, everyone's like, oh, yeah, like, that chip is super good. It's kind of like the hip chip to like, I think.
Yeah, it's like the PBR of chips.
Well, or now the Modelo.
Hell yeah. Even though I'm so out on Modelo.
The whole, like, tinfoil that they wrap the mouth of the Modelo with, I just do not understand.
It's a waste.
I just don't
It
get
just
it.
looks cool.
You like,
it's gold, I guess.
just, like, peel it off. It, like, gets in your mouth a little bit. It's the worst.
Yeah, I'm super out. And also Modelo just tastes like liquid bread. A lot of people are getting mad right now listening to this, but
We'll cover
I'm
that
sorry,
on our
dude. I'm
beer
out.
pod in the next coming weeks.
Fuck yeah. We can cover our like 3 overrated beers too.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Fuck yeah. I think hot Cheetos are the best like couple, but I just think the hot Cheetos just cover everything. I could just keep eating them and they just get better and better, which I guess goes to the whole addictive spiciness.
Yeah, and you've pretty much preached, based on the things you've listed. That I mean, you're a hot, spicy guy.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 are all spicy.
I mean,
and then barbecue is like half a spicy.
Yeah, well, I mean, your number 1 and number 2 are like the same chip. One of them just has a bunch of other chips with the same powdering on it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but I do love Flame Hot Munchies.
Barbecue Fritos, no, they're good. They are good. I can't have a whole bag. Something about it. I lost it. Maybe I just need to get like drunk and just have a bag one day.
We'll do that. When we do our power hour, we'll have a bag of chips. So we'll be chewing on air. It'll be great.
Yo, top 5 ice creams in that same pod, you win. Let's just put on like 15 pounds that pod.
Let's just become BuzzFeed. Just start listing shit every episode. I am down to do beer and ice cream, though.
Yeah,
oh, you're going to hate
fun.
my ice cream.
Because it's going to be mint, banana, vanilla, cookies and cream.
Those are all
and
right.
Cookie dough.
Nope,
And
cookie dough won't be in
Maybe
there,
not
but those
cookie
4
dough.
were right.
Coffee.
Maybe. That's pretty good. That might be the 5.
Damn.
We don't need to do it anymore. Yours are going to be like cookie dough,
Yeah.
cake batter.
There we go. Now we're talking.
I don't know. It's just like whatever's like the most fucking gnarly, just like chocolate chip.
Yo, you know what we should do to make things a little more fun? Top 5 Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, I'm super down to do that.
Fuck yeah. I can literally just kill a pint of Ben and Jerry's. It's kind of bad.
We'll do that on the next pod too.
Super excited.
All right. I guess
Damn, we disagreed a lot less than I expected.
it's pretty hard though to hate chips.
Yeah.
I do
Candy
think your
bars are a
pop
little
chip thing is
different.
bullshit, and we'll see what people say. But
Dude, they're fire.
you and Mike,
I'm
roommate Mike, loves
even,
pop
like,
chips.
I'm even kind of... Dude, Mike just got another shout out on the pod. I'm even like kind of factoring in the health and just like being able to eat the whole thing. It's incredible, man. It's a great all-around chip.
I do agree that
I even wrote maybe the best all-around chip.
that is appalling. That is a
I'm
disgrace.
including health, man. You can eat a whole like big bag of those and it won't even matter.
So then would you, in your top 5 ice cream, would you put Froyo there because it's a little healthier and you can eat more?
Oh my god, dude, Yogurt Shack, maybe.
Okay, Yogurt Shack is really good.
You know, I went there the other day and you know what? We'll talk about this after the pod.
No, hit me with it.
Oh, I was gonna say I went there the other day and I did the whole thing where like I asked for like 2 samples and then I waited and then our friend Kirsten asked for 2 samples and we kind of stood there and we're both like, I don't really want this. And we walked out and left and just felt kind of guilty and I didn't get like a have a nice day.
Why didn't you get anything?
You know, we were like full. We just ate lunch and I was just like, I think the only reason I want this is because I'd be like forcing it.
Yeah.
I know, I kind of fucked up.
Remember when we
But,
did that at, were you there with us when we did that at Yogurt Land and that woman yelled at us?
No, I was like napping, but I heard the story. Why don't you give it in real quick and then we'll wrap her up.
When I had Jared and Will, 2 college buddies, up visiting in the Bay, and us 2 and Katie and Kirsten, our other 2 friends, went to Yogurt Land, and we went in there. We all just tried a bunch of yogurts, and then we were just like, you know what? I don't even really want yogurt, and we all left. And the lady yelled at us, and she's like, "Thanks for nothing, assholes."
Yeah. Did you say like Happy New Year?
Oh, that's what it was. It was Happy New Year because they were there for New Year. She's like, "Happy New Year's, assholes," and I was like, "You don't get paid for this for like saving yogurt or like why you care."
She's not like the fucking CEO of Yogurtland. She's not Peggy Yogurtland.
No, she's certainly not Peggy Yogurtland. And even if she's the daughter of Peggy Yogurtland, get over it. You're already rich.
Yeah, exactly. And you're already charging like fucking what, 35 cents an ounce or something? That shit's expensive.
Although I do agree what we did was a dick move, but it does not warrant the person working the register to like get outraged.
Right.
It's not your
and, like,
yogurt.
I don't know. Like, yeah, samples are kind of there to like show you like, oh, like I'm in the mood for this. But sometimes a sample can also just say like, you know what, maybe I don't want yogurt right now.
I also think the name frozen yogurt is really incorrect to what it is. Like if you froze Yoplait yogurt, like it's not the same. It's like
No.
frozen yogurt's like this weird thing that they just called yogurt and kind of just sounds healthy now.
Even though I think it's just like not, and I think it's become so like big now that people are just like, well, let's just make it a little sweeter. We'll compete with ice cream.
I kind of think it's just ice cream, just soft serve ice cream.
Whoa. Did we just crack open the froyo industry?
Isn't it just soft serve ice cream?
Kind of. It's just like there's less fat or some crap like that.
Like if somebody gave me soft serve vanilla ice cream and soft serve vanilla frozen yogurt, I mean, I'd probably be able to tell the difference, but I really don't think it'd be enough to where I need to say like these need to be considered different foods.
I feel like the one thing about froyo, and it depends where you're going, is it's a little more frozen. Like Yogurtland's kind of a little icier. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Yogurt Shack is actually just soft serve ice cream.
it is. Yogurt Shack is great, by the way. Check out Danville if you're in the Bay Area. Get Yogurt Shack.
Fuck yeah. Travel all the way to Danville to get a little yogurt. Some like subpar yogurt. Nah, it's above average.
It is above average,
Yeah.
just like this podcast was.
Fuck yeah, it was.
All right,
Not
guys.
much arguing.
Not much arguing. Surprise, surprise. We have the same brain, and it's like 1.5 people doing a podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you next Tuesday, and I'll be talking to you, I'm sure, much more in between. Just not on air.
Can't wait, Craig. See you guys next week. Deuces.
Bye-bye.
I was so shit-faced last night. I shouldn't have fucked that guy. We could be that mistake.